Good morning, sir. Today, in your presentation, we're talking about modal shifts, submitted by Augustin Le Mans, Alain Kowalski, and Martin Lalo. Here's the outline of your presentation. First, we're going to talk about definition. Secondly, principle of modal shift. Next, toward a less polluting network. After that, the future of modal transfer in France and Europe. Then, the future potential for modal shift in the UK rail freight market. Point 6 is the advantage of modal transfer. Before you finish, Mitsubishi goes modal transport. Finally, the conclusion and the bibliography. Definition of modal shift. Modal shift means replacing a saturated means of transport with another to make a first less congested. Modal transfer, therefore, the make is possible to reduce a woodenly high volume cargo shipping and replace it with rail or barge transport. Moreover, the modal split for freight transport vary greatly by region and is largely determined by geographical and economic factors. However, there is a common trend toward more use of road transport at the expense of rail and water transport. The latter modes have substantially better environmental profile, but are limited by longer delivery times and the necessity of pre- and post-haulage by truck, that is to say, intermodal transport. Inclusion of social cost in freight price, improved energy efficiency of ship, and substantial investment in rail infrastructure are required to induce a modal shift.
Principle of modal shift. A modal shift occurs when one mode has a comparative advantage in a similar market over another. Comparative advantage can take various forms, such as cost, capacity, time, flexibility, or reliability, depending on what is being transported. The importance of each of these factors vary. For some, time is of the essence, and a modal shift will occur only in the new mode offer time improvement of a new capacity is no longer available, while for others it is mostly a matter of cost. The outcome is a series of decisions made by firms for freight or individuals for passengers to shift to another mode if comparative advantage are significant enough. Comparative advantage can involve the difference in cost, time, level of service, or reliability between two modes. The higher it is, the more there is an incentive to switch from one mode to the other. Modal shift often takes place over 3 phases. So the first phase is the inertia phase. Initially, a strong level of inertia makes the modal shift a slow and sometimes difficult to perceive process. Only a few users may experiment with modal shift, often as part of a publicity subsidized initiative. For example, government providing the initial funding to develop services. Inertia implies that the modal shift is often much less significant than expected, leading to a situation of underperformance. The reason being inertia are linked to accumulated investment and assets in the existing mode at its terminals. Thus, a corporation will be reluctant to relinquish those assets even in the comparative advantage of the other mode are significant. Management preference also play a role as expertise was developed to manage flow on the previous mode and may be difficult to adapt to the new mode. The negotiation of new procedure and contract are certainly tasks corporations are unwilling to undertake if the benefits are not readily apparent. The fact that the existing mode has proven reliability, even is costly, will also play in delaying modal shift. This may incite modal rationalization, implying that in view of existing or perceived competition, additional effort will be made to more effectively use the assets of the existing modes. Supply chain management can also contribute to this inertia since a modal shift is likely to result in a change on the load unit, the frequency and the time performance of freight flow, which require an adjustment practice. The early adopters of a modal shift are thus likely to be new transport ventures willing to risk testing and implement a distribution system for the potential reward of being the first. Enterprises already facing high transport costs on the existing mode, or entities receiving government subsidies or being regulated to do so are also potential early adopters. So the second phase is modal shift phase. This phase represents a fast transition from one mode to the other as the advantages are now acknowledged by the industry. The new transport mode evolves from a situation of underperformance to one of overperformance. As inertia involved, a modal shift taking place at a rate lower than expected. During the modal shift phase, the transition rate is faster than expected. This can take users and authorities by surprise with a rush to cope with additional infrastructure investments. A significant drop is comparative advantage triggers the end of this phase as the new mode gets increasingly congested, and or as the previous mode loses traffic, for example, closing of some routes, rationalization, plus and cutting. And the last phase is the maturity phase. At this point, the market potential is reached with a new equilibrium in modal shares. Their respective comparative advantage are of lesser variance, implying limit incentive to shift cargo or passengers. The focus becomes modal rationalization, using more effectively modal assets.
Thank you, Alain. The next chapter is toward a less polluting network. Oxygen emissions from the transport sector may drop considerably thanks to the French and European agreements establishing with the goal of protecting the environment. The creation of the European highway system by 2050 will make it possible to make connection efficiently and competitively. Meanwhile, 50% of road transport will shift to rail or barge transport, whereby reducing transport emissions by 60%. Now, let's talk about the future of modal transfer in France and Europe. In order to facilitate modal transfer, the multimodal transport logistics chain needs to be efficient and fluid. Informing and reassuring the customer throughout the process of moving cargo is therefore an essential step. To accomplish this, the European Union has established rail corridors and offered subsidies for transforming and modernizing different terminals. These measures make it possible to reduce their environmental impact and make them more attractive due to the reliability of shipping, all while reducing highway congestion and administrative costs. Let's move on the next slide. Future potential for modal shift in the United Kingdom rail freight market. The Department for Transport commissioned this report in support of the development of the rail freight strategy to understand the future growth potential in the United Kingdom rail freight market and the scope for modal shift from road to rail. The study also investigates policy measures which could help to realize this potential and assessed the reduction in carbon emission this measure could bring. Martin.
Now I'm going to introduce the advantage of modal transfer. First, reducing greenhouse gas emission, forming part of strategy of sustainable development, reducing negative impact on sensitive ecological areas, consuming fewer non-renewable resources, saving on fuel costs, reducing operating cost fluctuation related to the price of diesel, minimizing the risk of infractions and making it easy to follow existing regulation, eliminating night shifts for heavy vehicle drivers, improving equipment management and optimizing its use. Implementing modal transfers has many advantages, not only for logistics chain players but also for the general public. Implementing this logical method can be complicated, given that it calls for an approach based on the complementarity and connectivity of various means of transport. However, the modal transfer experts are here to support you and manage the proper shipment of your cargo. Then I'm going to talk about the example of Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi Go's modal transport provides the optimum solution. Mitsubishi considering a modal shift to railway and coastal vessel transport as part of her CSR initiative and to meet current regulations. Mitsubishi Logistics works closely with our customers to enable modal shift and reduce environmental impact of logistics using railway, containers and other methods for long-distance transport. Replacing truck transport with railway transport for long-distance shipping can greatly reduce the impact of the environment. And the last point is they have added peer type trucks built to some warehouses, enabling more efficient loading and unloading of railway containers. Mitsubishi choose the best combination of options, exploiting strengths to create transport routes that are dependable and low in emissions. And finally, here the conclusion. To be the most cost-effective and also the fastest, the best way is to combine the different modes of transport. With hush offer, this also relieves congestion on the roads. All this will therefore have to effect of limiting pollution in cities. And is the bibliography.